Doing a book review on Fear of the Invisible by Janine Roberts. And this was a real eye-opener. It really was. And, you know, in this current time with the coronavirus going around and all these different vaccines that are spreading throughout the world and quickly taken up by many, many people on a wave of fear and a wave of media kind of influence and almost enforcement, I'd say, the way that it's been perpetrated of this great saviour that everyone seems to be swallowing. I know many people who were kind of really, you know, against the vaccine at first, you know, and said, oh, I'm not sure about this, I'm not sure. And they're all said, oh yeah, I'm having it now. They all turned. They all turned. And all I can think of is it's the power of the media. It's the power of the news. And they've gone on about nothing else really than the effectiveness of this vaccine. Even when somebody did die very recently of a blood clot, they thought, how can we counteract this? Let's get a family member in to say, oh, I still think everyone should take the vaccine. It was like a real countermeasure. And, you know, these are worrying times with that vaccine. You know, with a lot of its undeveloped technology with the RNA ones. And this book was written way before the coronavirus. I think it's 2005 or something. 2008 was when it was published. So we're talking it's you know, 13 years old, but it's still very relevant today. It's got an awful lot to say about our current situation because it tackles vaccines and looks at the dangers of many of them and how scientists got it wrong on many occasions. I'm going to read a particular extract from it now, and it'll just highlight how, you know, we shouldn't rush in to these things, but should we test and check them over and have the proper routines in place. You know, at the moment we are still in stage 4 of trials, but we throughout the world, the people, the humans, are all the guinea pigs in this trial. You know, 2 years later we'll know exactly what the full effects and full side effects of all these different vaccines are. But just listen to this, and if this doesn't shock you and surprise you, make you think and make you have second thoughts about whether to take any of these vaccines for the coronavirus or not, then I don't know what will. In the 1970s, virologists lost much credibility by predicting a flu disaster that never happened. In 1976, when an army recruit at Fort Dix reportedly died of an influenza virus similar to that one that infected swine, the CDC panicked. It declared that this was the start of a respiratory epidemic that could kill 55,000 or even many more. It could even result, the CDC terrifyingly warned, in an epidemic like that of 1918-1919 that killed over 500,000 Americans. They thus felt compelled to take emergency measures. On the 24th of March 1976, President Ford announced that every man, woman and child in America must be vaccinated to stop this danger. And by November, some 45 million were. But the vaccine proved more deadly than the flu. Within 3 weeks of vaccination commencing, there were 41 deaths among the vaccinated and not one case of flu. On the 16th of December, the vaccination programme was suspended pending investigation of adverse side effects, and it never restarted. In all, 52 persons had died of reactions to the vaccine. 500 to 600 were impaired or hospitalised. Compensation claims reached 1.7 billion. And not one case of human-to-human swine flu infection was reported outside Fort Dix. Finally, it was discovered that the one fatality had collapsed and died, not of flu, but while on a strenuous army training exercise. Look, people, don't put your faith in man. Put your faith in God and your God-given immune system rather than this rushed-out vaccine that everyone's clamouring to have. Bless you, people, and stay safe.